Good morning, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. Welcome to this thing that I do called Thor's Entertainment. I am Thor. Today I'm doing another Fatal Friday video. Fatal Friday being the series of videos where I went into the Kombat League for Mortal Kombat 1, and I casually tried to get the Brutalities and Fatalities for various characters against whoever I was randomly paired up against on that occasion. This week I am highlighting a Brutality for Homelander. That is going to be his What Happens If Brutality. The What Happens If Brutality is the finisher version of Homelander's Hear No Evil attack. Visually, that is the attack where he slaps the ears of his opponent. It has been a while since I played as Homelander, but I believe that attack also had a unique characteristic if you happen to use it to punish your opponent's attack. As I recall, it would recover faster if you did that, and then you could combo off of it. That would be a pretty good way of getting bigger damage off of some of your go-to combos if you could pull it off. My opponent in this Kombat League set is somebody using Scorpion, along with the kameo Sareena. I liked this matchup quite a bit because Homelander is really good at punishing Scorpion's spear if he ducks under it without blocking. If that occurs, I can usually catch Scorpion with the diabolical dash before he recovers in time to block. Even then, I can usually get a grab at minimum, so yeah, if I react in time, I can get a full combo for decent damage. I just had to realize it fast enough that way I could pull it off. Fortunately, that opportunity presented itself a good number of times in this fight. Scorpion ends up having me cornered here, and he tries going for Sareena's knife throws, but I just duck under it, use the eye lasers, and finish up this round. I am still stuck in this corner though, so I'll go ahead and use the armored move from Homelander just to get a little bit of space away from Scorpion. It is worth mentioning that Homelander's dialogue whenever getting the What Happens If Brutality is his standard lines, with the exception of one character if he happens to get the brutality against them. If Homelander pulls off this brutality on Kenshi, his dialogue is actually unique. That's because this brutality is a reference to a probably permanently deafening ear slap that occurred during the Boys show on Amazon. Homelander ended up doing that ear slap to a blind superhero in that show, so if Homelander pulls off the brutality on the blind swordsman Kenshi, he says something mocking Kenshi's blindness, and that's kind of a reference back to that character in the show. Now, I certainly would not encourage mocking someone that's disabled, but it is interesting that they have that nod to the show, and that's also pretty in character for Homelander. And now Scorpion is one hit away from death. Let's go for the brutality.
Oh no! Okay. Brutality. Homelander wins.
And that was the What Happens If Brutality for Homelander. Scorpion jumped in against me, tried doing an aerial attack. I used my up block and then immediately went into the ear slap and got the brutality, so we managed to finish up the very first match in style. Now all I have to do is just finish up the entire set and we are good to go. So every round has gone my way so far, I just need to win one more and then I win the entire set.
Take two. Action.
Even though this has been a bit one-sided, my opponent suddenly had a good life lead against me. That being said, my opponent has not managed to get me below 50% health in any round up to this point, but it looks like that's finally about to change. So let me see if I can start making a comeback here. Actually, scratch that. Even though I botched a couple of combos, I suddenly find myself back with a life lead instead of him, so that was pretty short-lived. Let's just try to keep that going and finish strong and close out the whole set. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill him with this combo, but after it he's basically going to be one very brief combo away from death, so I think I have this one in the bag. Scorpion ended up jumping in against me. I summoned Sareena. She threw her 2 knives, and I tried to use those to combo into the ear slap and get the brutality one more time, but my timing was a little bit off, and unfortunately I only get the brutality one time in this video. But we still end up winning the entire set, and we can start closing out this video. And somehow I managed to beat my opponent without dropping below 50% health the entire set. Considering at one point I was at 600 health and my opponent was still roughly at full health, I figured they were going to pull it off, finally get me below 50%. But in that last round, somehow I managed to avoid that, and specifically I managed to avoid allowing even 100 more damage to my character for the rest of the fight. So that's really fortunate and kind of lucky. Anyway, thank you to my randomly paired up opponent in the Kombat League. It was good to pull off the brutality and see how my Homelander fared against somebody using Scorpion, especially when punishing his spear. So yeah, I pulled off Homelander's What Happens If brutality during the first match. I'll be sure to show off the brutality one more time at the very end of this outro. And yeah, I think I have one more Homelander finisher video where I happen to be facing off against somebody using Kenshi. And like I mentioned earlier, that matchup can result in unique dialogue from Homelander if you end up hitting this brutality. And I do end up trying it, but I could not pull off the brutality against that Kenshi user. So we won't be hearing that unique dialogue, but at least I got the brutality against Scorpion, and that is good enough for me. I also have Kombat League recordings for every other Homelander finisher that was available for him on release, so eventually there will be videos on those as well. Anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap things up here. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to check out some of the other stuff I have on the Thor's Entertainment channel. I have plenty of other finisher videos for Mortal Kombat 1. All of those can be found in the Fatal Friday playlists. And I also have playthroughs of other games as well, so feel free to check those out if that interests you. But yeah, thank you again for watching, take care, and hopefully I will see you next time.
Oh no! Are you okay? Brutality! Homelander wins.